I'm going to bring my friend up so that she can be in the screen as well, and we'll see how that looks. There we go. I'm just going to drop that one out. So hi Sharon, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. Now be aware.
My little dozing.
Yeah, with this one, you actually have got, there is a little bit of a delay when it is the live stream for the HAPs. It's got to go through a couple of channels first. So there is a little bit of a delay, but this is the first time you've been on my live in HAPs, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. So that's cool, because I thought, well, you're sitting there doing not much. I was sitting here doing not much. I mean, we were relaxing. But I thought, well, why not do another card reading? So that's why I've done it as a quickie reading for a friend, because I thought, good way to practice doing the cards is through doing the actual live. And now it's just going through my iPad that Twitch is live, and the notification that I can actually manage that directly from my phone now. Lots of different advancements in the way we live stream now. So what I'm going to do is I'll switch around mine to the cards, and then, oh, wrong way, hang on. I've got to do it the other way. So that you can see the cards, I'll reduce the size of me in that one, and I'm right up the corner, oh, a little bit further right up the corner, so that we can see that card.
I can just see myself, and you are very small. Does that change around, or do I just keep looking at myself and going, hello?
I don't know that. I would have thought that it should have shown up the screen as others see it, but maybe it's not. I haven't been a guest. I've only been a guest once in a live stream that's on the HAPs from memory. So I'm not I can't remember 100% certainly what it is that I see. So you're only seeing you as the little screen?
Yeah, but what I do, if I tap on that little thing of you, I can then see.
You can switch it round.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what I've got, I've used the layout where you are the picture in picture on the screen, and I've got my eCam as the main screen showing the actual spread that's there. So do you want to choose a number between, what's your question first?
I was going to say, when will I start coaching online?
Okay, let's see if there is a timeline for this. I'm not sure that this one's probably quite the right.
That's what I mean. It's a new thing, so we both don't know what sort of question.
Oh, no, I know what sort of questions. The timeline is actually more suited to this one, and I'm going to get this one out.
Oh, so we've got a different one.
Yeah, that this is, as far as for a question goes, and getting the pendulum, which I don't know where I've put that now. It's somewhere. So I'll use my own pendulum. So if you can see this as a cloth, it is in the, I'm hoping it's in the A around that way, and etc. So you're wondering what date, timeline that you'd be looking at for starting online. So people can see where that is. So it's asking, show me the yes. For my pendulum is the round, show me the no, and show me the maybe. So that's the way my pendulum works. I know how that interprets, so that's good. And what we've got here is show Shaz the question as to when she will be able to start moving her business online. Which business is it that you're after moving online?
The achieving success.
Achieving success. So as far as we point to which month away that it's going to be that you'll be on it yet. Now I'm actually getting it being as a 6 months in that one. See how it's moving towards, there's the 6 there. Okay. And I was getting it moving predominantly into that direction, because you always start with the dragon's eye. That's what this one is. It's the dragon's eye there.
It's just very small on the
so yeah, it is actually moving towards that 6 number, And do you want some charms on the thing as well? As well.
Of
So
course. I want it all.
I'm still practicing at this. Oh, there's the pendulum. I had it in there. Whoopsie. It's got caught up in some of the charms. Where did that go? I don't know. I'm going to have to untangle it. It's a cutie little pendulum, but now I've got it caught up in the scales. Oh, put that over there. I must put that away in here. I think needs its own little pocket, that one. So I'll get that again. Because the way to do it is you scrunch all up the things and you just scatter them and see where they go. So I'm just going to do the 3. You've got that there. So where you've got the ring, it's actually a gem. You've got the, as far as it could be 2 weeks away that you're going to, or 2 months away that you're actually going to be moving into working on that stuff. You've got the jewel, finding the gems of what you're actually going to be putting on there. It's because that's a star. So for those that can't see that, that's a little star. So it's actually aiming for the stars sitting on that ring. So it's a commitment to actually being able to shoot it up, as in getting it into the realms of what is the stars and what is, where's your shining star, finding out what is the important stuff you're wanting to be moving into that online realm. And it is like it's climbing a ladder, and that's where it's between the 2 of those. It's looking like it's going to be, whether it's 2 weeks, 2 months, to be able to get that part of the process moving and mobile, so that you can then have it around the 5 months mark. You're going to find your balance, and the scales was definitely on top of the 5 for that 5th month. So it's giving a bit more detail of finding that balance to then move it into where that pendulum was shoving it was in the 6th month. So you're going to have it all up and launched. So what I would probably be doing that you would need to be doing or looking at is actually starting planning it around here within those 2 months, having the content done and completed, ready to get, your marketing material and your salesy stuff launching. You've got the balance right. You've done a few little testers, and then you've got your balance right to actually launch on that 6th month. So that would be September.
My son decided to ring me. I just said no to him. I'll have to talk to him in a minute.
Well, I had something doing a fuzzy message notice there too. And we've got Emily's actually popped in to say hello too. She's in the Facebook page. So I would say that would be my Facebook page for that to be showing up, because the names don't show up if it's your profile, we found out earlier. So is there any other further question you want to ask around that one? Just on the start. And I can put a couple more charms out or not.
Yeah, pop some more charms out. That would be nice. Do I have to ask a question, or does it around the same question?
Oh, you've got that you've got the baby carriage and celebrations happening up there on the 12th. They both landed there. So that could be 12 weeks, 12 months. Oh, look, it's just new beginnings in context of the question that you asked. It's not specifically to do with having babies. It's moving things through a new process.
For me, I could have another one come into our life.
Oh, it could. No, but the question you asked was about getting your business online. So it's not to do with babies as such. It is to do with a new start of either it's the celebration that it really has birthed into being a successful, you can say within that 12 months it's birthed and been a successful startup, so that it's going to move it forward. At that 12-month mark, you can say, yes, champagne. The bat's over here on the Y. That's a little bat. So there's something to do or with someone that might be a partnership or something along that line that's going to mean significance for you with the letter Y. What that is, I'm not getting any.
The letter Y.
The letter Y, it's starting with Y. So it could be someone or something. It might be the way that you're actually going to name your course, your startup course, or someone that's going to be able to help you with a partnership in getting that to the public, in launching that, helping that be the success, the why, as far as a name or a thing or a launching, marketing, the name of a course even, not just a person. So that's what that would be for.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how this one's read as far as a pendulum goes, for pretty much more of the yes no type of questions. This one here, that is the cards, are more to do with a different type of question. You're wanting a bit more detail. I mean, it's still that sort of question, but I suppose it's, instead of what seems to be a yes no, you're getting a bit more detail with this one.
Okay.
And a different story out of it. So you got
right.
another question for that one? And I probably better go and get some milk. Just having a slurp of coffee. You think of the question, I'll just pop up the next little
What
be
sort of
right
question
back.
would you like me to ask, though? Because it's not to do, would it be more a personal thing, or would it be a generalized thing, or?
Keeping in mind that this is a open public channel, you don't want too much personal, and I wouldn't state anything that's too much on the personal line. If I get it too personal, I won't say it. But
my son's just sent me a message to say his house is just being approved, so that's good.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's yep, celebrations. And I'm just going to have a slurp, have a quick gander at this. I think it's rather cute. I put that up earlier. You think it's rather cute? Be right back.
I can't see it. I only see.
Oh, you can't see that. That's a shame. And we've got someone else who's come in on my profile page. So they've got, oh, hello. And I was just putting that up.
So can I ask, can I have a generalized thing for the next 2 months or 3 months?
You can do. You can ask that next 2 months. Go into a bit more detail. And what number between 1 and 18, or would you like me to throw the dice? And Emily's saying very cute for that little bitmoji.
Can you throw a charm?
I'm not doing the charms on this. No, I need to throw the dice. I need to know. I need to know the start card. So we've got 3 and 5's 8, 9. So we're starting with card 9. So 6, 7, 8, 9. What we've got there is the cane. So right from the start, in what you're asking for a next 2 months with your achieving success, is some advice, and you are needing some assistance in getting that going online. So it's knowing which are the right people to. I mean, I know that I do know that you've got some assistance there with some of the groups that you're in, and your phone is actually just taking your eyes and your forehead. Just thought I'd let you know. It was rather high up and close.
How's that?
So that's actually, that's about right. And because you actually had the card that starts from the heart, on the heart base. So you're really starting this from the heart, and it's going to move forward. But part of that is knowing when to actually ask for that help and get that support in moving it into the online space. So we're going to this card next, that is then the ship. And that's about moving into the open waters, having things getting moving. Allow that breath to help guide you as well. Use your spirituality and the breath to know, your intuitive direction of what you're wanting to take it to, with those choices of what courses to offer or what assistance in how you're going to do your clientele and all that sort of stuff as an online option. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing in that. That there almost looks like a little face of Thomas the Tank Engine type. I've never noticed that. Just looked like it then. So that's weird. So moving forward with the boat, we're going up to this card here now. That's the home. So since most of your business, it is operated from home, so it's reaffirming that it is using that base of home base, being able to actually connect that in with what is, separate, being able to discern the difference between working from home, having that difference between what is that emotional connection with what you're doing, that work is work, and you've had many years practice of doing this, but it's just reaffirming that it is something that is kept as the two separate things, and the home base to remain home. So we're going to this one next, so that you're actually opening the key is actually opening the new doors for what you're going to be moving into with that business online, in that form of the surprises, the things. And I'm just going to go and have a look at what the key is saying as the keywords that she's got here. Surprises. I knew that it was something different to just opening a door. So it is actually indicating surprises, but also the successful outcomes with that. So we're moving to the blue 4. It can take a little bit. There might be some humps along the way, which is what the camels is, and a bit of an endurance, persistence, perseverance.
Reserves sort of things? Is that what
Not reverse.
No,
No.
reserves.
Well, it can be reserves that you might have to tap into the reserves, but it's more about endurance, persistence, not procrastinating, but keeping that moving forward. And then we're going up to this one that then brings in what you're going to be building. That is the Tower, and it is about building up. So, and a career, business, enterprise, that type of thing. This is more about career. But you're not looking at it as career, but you're helping others with their careers too. So it's a two-way street, that one. And going into moving the money into it, like you're probably going to have to invest a bit more into that process of the right resources to get it online. I don't know what you've decided with your course structure. But it is also going to mean that, it's going to start that process of getting the money coming in too for the investment you've put into yourself, of learning the tools of that trade. 6 blue, it is like climbing a ladder sometimes. Do it safely. Be aware of how the steps are taking you in progression up, rather than trying to jump to the top without going through the bottom ones, okay? So, but it is climbing that ladder of success. 3 blues. This one, you're getting a lot in your reading, so pretty cool. It is Cynthia. I can see your comments. I just haven't had time to put them on screen. So here you've got the good luck, obviously, of the horseshoe, because that's what horseshoes have always been historically indicating. It is good luck, especially when they're up that way. Now, these cards don't have reversals. It is just as you see it in the upright position, and it can also mean a younger male. I did need to look up this one. So, and it can actually happen fairly fast. So in the first 2 months, it's already starting that success path for you. 4, moving through, as we saw in the charms, even that it's that carriage, the baby carriage, and it is those new pathways starting. So it's to do with that, it's on its way, new beginnings. So, yeah, pretty much in context of doing what you're doing online, it's new beginnings. So you are starting something new. And that in itself is going to bring joy, love. It's going to be in an area that you're going to love doing the work. And that then brings you back completing the actual reading, because that's the next card, 3 green. So that's actually the reading for you, in how that presents. Pretty cool, I reckon. I like the way that this system actually works in doing a reading. I had one earlier when I went live, was 3 cards. That was it. And it answered the question. Very simple. I love it. I have got the link in that previous one for the actual Etsy that this kit is purchased from. So what do you think? And about going live on HAPS?
Thank you for asking me.
Yes. And I can even ask Cynthia if she wants to have one, but I've got to go and get some milk. Oh, I can probably squeeze one more reading in. So I think
Thank you for having me.
that's it's fun. I love doing it. So I'm not sure if you drop yourself out or whether I've got to uninvite you or whatever.
It says leave, so
Says
I'll
leave.
just leave.
Good. Okay.
All right.
So if you can do that, great. See ya.
Bye.
Bye to Sharon. And lovely that she was able to join in. And she might still finish off watching the live stream because I'll do one more reading. Cynthia, did you want to? Are you still here? Would you like a reading? So, what would actually be your question? Or would you like to come on screen with me? You might need to just put that in there. Now, I need to go close that one. Oh, looks super fancy. Oh, hang on. I've just got to do that, and then I'll go that. I'm not sure how to actually drop her out. That's interesting. Program volume. Now, that's interesting. I've got to figure out how to drop someone out of the actual guest list. Oh, I can't. Don't know. Yes, you're there. You'll go live? Great. So I've just got to, I think how I do, oh, hang on. Let me see. I think I click on your name. This part I'm still trying to get the hang of, Cynthia. So, and invite user. I can do that from that comment list, which I didn't know before. Lovely. Whilst you're popping in, what I'll do is clear the cards, and hopefully you've sent the invite, Cynthia, somewhere on the right. Have you been in before? Just doing that. What I might do is just put this here first while I have Cynthia come in and see if I can get Cynthia up. I know that I can be heard in the background. I'm still here, but not on the screen as such. I probably could put it differently. Instead of having me sitting on a toilet there, I could probably go here with this one, and then at least you've got my screen there, getting ready for the next reading. So have you got the invite, Cynthia? I'm hoping that you have, because you are definitely in HAPS at the moment, and I'm not getting you actually in the screen at the moment. So, well, it's only a little bit of a few little bits and pieces of. Oh, okay. Look, that's okay. If you just put your question there, I'll do the reading without you on screen with me is quite fine. I'm happy enough to do that. That doesn't matter. I've got my cameras off center a bit. I still need to work out my space here a little bit. We just dropped off trying to do it. Oh, that's a shame, isn't it? I do think probably because it is still in its beta form that there may be some little issues depending on what phone type, whether you're Android or iOS or the Apple type. I know I could download the app on the Android, but I don't know if I've actually used that one. I've used the iPhone. Around work. So you'd like to have the question around work. Anything specific, and a number between 1 and 18 would be lovely too, if you could. And I'll lay the cards out. I'm trying to not to use my left hand much while it's still in that repair mode, and I probably should give up on the profile picture. Got no idea what I look like sideways. I don't go back to look at these. Hey, but that's all right. That's all right. And can you still hear me as I'm sideways? Whatever comes up. Okay. So I'll roll the dice for the starting number too. Let's see what there is around work for Cynthia. So I've done the shuffle done all that, and I'll do this, whatever comes up. Okay, now here we go. I'm rolling the dice, and I've got to do, whoops, forgot to change my screen over, back to that. Okay, now I might just put myself up the top corner here, then you can see my website for anyone that's interested. Here's the dice. We've got 3, 5, 6. So 6 is the first card, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is this one. So we start off here. What we've got in the background as the base card that is there, that is actually the bat. It's very hard to see. Let me just move this and you can see it a bit better. That's the bat card. So it's actually bringing our intelligence into the realm of what your workspace is as far as the base of the question. So it's using your intelligence and it's starting off a new pathway for you with the pram. And I'll bring that one up because I can. I've got to try and not get the reflection of the camera in it. Yeah, and it doesn't always like to focus properly. But that's the pram. And on the bat, bringing things from what seemed like a dark night into the light, bringing it through to a new journey with your work. Okay, so we're moving to 2 green there, and it verifies itself by there's the pram and there's the pram. So we know we're on the right track with the story. And you've got the cross sitting on the pram. So that new beginning is actually taking you through to in a step of faith, I feel, of bringing you into something that may seem a little bit harder, scarier, more challenging, that needs you to take that leap of faith and work through any of those issues around your work to step it forward and progress that. I'm just going to have a look at that one, the cross again with the keywords, only because I need to actually, I'll get to a point where I get the feel of the cards. I'm honouring Karen's interpretations with this system because it's not like the Lenormand that I'm quite familiar with and the tarot that I did years ago. It is around destiny, fated, sometimes your religious beliefs, some sacred ceremonies even. Have you got some rituals or, things that you're doing from habit in your workplace that's going to actually ask to take you out of that space and into something that's more the leap of faith is what I'm getting. There might be a little bit of painfulness associated with moving it in that direction and forward like you need to for your work. It's actually, here's the key, you're going to have some new doors open for you. You've got the key in your control and are able to actually step forward with those possibilities. You need to actually unlock the door is what I'm feeling so you can actually step through them. So we're moving to this card now, and it might be that you do need some help with that, getting some advice, having someone help you through that process of something new. Look, it could be a new project or a completely new workspace that you're going to be moving into, whether it's even a new job. I'm feeling it's where you are, but it's actually part of that progressing what you're doing so that it's a little more challenging, but also, that's one blue, but also something that you can actually do. It's going to be fairly fast that you're needing to cut through some of the BS, and what is your uncertainties, but it's going to be fairly fast in getting to that point. See how we've got the little lighted point there on the end? And I'm just going to have a quick look at the sword. It will be that you can overcome those difficulties. It is going to be some work, but it's going to be quick. You're going to need to make some quick decisions, but you'll get there. So the 4 green is this one here. We've got this card being the camel. Persistence, perseverance, endurance. You're going to need those resources and tap into those reserves to get through it. But I do still feel that it's going to be a very worthwhile. I'm feeling the positive in this, what seems like hard labour, but you're going to get through it. It will seem like a hard slog, but look at what's coming in that result. You will have the purpose, the reason to celebrate. You've got the goblets, and that is just party, celebrate, congratulations. So take that on board in that deepest sense, the 5 blue, which is my blue columns, this one. Here we go. And you are actually building up what is from your solid foundation. You are building up towards furthering your career. It is building that tower. It's creating what you want out of your work and to progress that further forward, like growing the tower up. It's building it up, and it's on solid foundations. And here, similar to what Shaz had with the ladder, it does mean taking those steps, taking them carefully, but you will get to the top of what that ladder is for you. Okay, and the 3 blue is down, blue's this one, and we have the scales. It probably is as well weighing up what you actually want out of your work, what your expectations are, what you're actually achieving in that work, and is it worth it? The amount of what you're putting into it in effort, persevering and all the rest. And yes, it can be a bit challenging, but is it worth it? You have got the team around you to ask for help. So do take it further. 6 green is this one, and that comes back to the home. Is it that you balance, wanting to have that better balance in your home work life? Is that the achievement you're wanting it for, is to spend more time at home and being able to share with your loved ones in that way, as the result of what your work is. We don't work for nothing. It does have some expectations that we're going to succeed. And here we've got the star already now. Shoot for the stars. You are going to succeed. It will be successful in what you're doing in your workspace. But there is a few issues around, those challenges. Here's the 2 blue. Is this one. There's the star. And it's all good luck in the long term, that long run, but it's going to have a little bit of time to get there. So with that card, it is good luck. You're going to get there. Feel confident that that is going to happen. You've got a lot of the cards in this reading. It's almost to the point of all the cards being done. And here we've got the ship. I'm feeling it is giving you a bit of an emotional ride. Ships ride on water, water being the emotional center of what we can feel in our spiritual sense. And I'm feeling that that's probably what's happening for you in this sense of what the work is. It can be that bit of an up those big waves down the channels, and sometimes the rough, stormy weather. But it is success. Remember that. You're on good luck with this. So those waters will calm. And here we go with the heart card, and you've got that as that basis. So remind yourself, center back to what you love doing. That emotional center, it is to do with love. Feel that love and move into that in its fullness. And what you're going to experience with that is the magical weaving of that web, because the spider is a more mature woman type of signal. So there could be someone around you, or you are yourself a more mature woman, but it's that weaving the magic, the web of what is around you, holding, supporting you, and being home, supplier of the food, and all that is for a spider, it is for you in this. So, and it's on that heart center, heart base. So you're going to have that success. Just allow the time for it to move through. There's the money already. And here we have, you are going to have the full 18 cards as you're reading. It's the first time I've done one that's taken the full 18. So on that magic, you are going to have that increase and abundance in your money centers. And it's bringing it back to use your intelligence well. Know the direction you're moving it through. Persist and persevere with what you're going to be having through your workspace. It is going to work out, and that's your reading. So is there any other, wrong frame. Is there any other questions you've got there, Cynthia? That's absolutely I figure it's absolutely a magnificent reading. It took all the cards. I haven't had that even on the videos that I watched of Karen's in her YouTube videos. I haven't seen any that she had come up with the full 18 cards. So wonderful. thanks for being part of it. It was a wonderful reading. Thank you for that. I will put that on the screen. So thank you for actually trusting me to do your reading on a live stream for starters. And it's actually a good confirmation for you too, that it is going well. You're strong enough to take those challenges up and succeed. So thanks for being there, for taking on the question, for asking the question, I mean. It has been fun. Now I need to go and get some milk before shops shut and all that stuff. So it's been lovely. Thank you for spending the time with me, for those who have. I'm showing 66 little eyeballs on this. I don't know whether that means there's 66 at once or whether it's the total of who's watched my broadcasts over the time I've started doing broadcasts about a week ago. It is fun. I'm really enjoying doing the HAPs. I love that it's a free platform and that anybody can join for free and watch others do broadcasts, as well as if you like live streaming, or even if you don't and think you'd like to but not sure. I've done a lot now over the years, and I'm certainly happy to help out where I can. I do have a buy me a coffee link somewhere that yes, I will go buy my milk, thank you. And it's lovely that this platform helps we all help each other with that support for each other. So as far as using these different setups, it really is fantastic that we can share in this way. And sorry, I was just losing myself in trying to find my buy me a coffee link, because I do want to put that there for the opportunity for others to actually, buy me a coffee if you'd like to. And if I put that on everybody's, it's just done a funny thing there. You know how the mouse slips? I'm trying to unlock a comment thing, and then that's the tea card. That's the shop that is Tea with Karen. That's that link. I must have clicked on something else, and I think I should be able to. No, that's not the right link. No, I don't want that link. It's taking me somewhere else. You see me getting stroppy? Because I am. And I want to remove that link. Now I want to put my buy me a coffee. Just hang on a sec. I will get that. There's the link. Now I come back here. I paste that there, and it should come up with that link. I'm just waiting for it now. Oh, it's taking its time to actually inhabit. Oh, you know how they fill things, the links. I just have to wait for it. Thank you very much for being here, Cynthia and Ella. I think it was Ella, wasn't it? Emily was the one who was here, and the other Facebook user. There we go. I think that's my buy me a coffee link. Yeah, looks like it. I have been doing a bit of playing around with some titles and stuff today and finding new links. So thank you very much, everyone. And we'll see you next time I pop in.